Welcome to ClassThink. I've had loads of interest in Google's Classroom, the new product that they've just released. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour around the web app and sort of show you the state it's in at the moment. So this is the screen you'll see when you first log into it. Basically, there's nothing here at the moment. The only option you really get is this create a class button. So let's go straight ahead and create a new class. So you get the options here to either create class or join class. If you click join, you have the option to enter a class code. So once you've actually created a code as a teacher, you can distribute the code to your students however you like, maybe through email, and they can enter the code here. It's sort of basically a password to access your class. There's other ways you can assign students to class, which I'll show you in a minute, so that's just a nice option to have. So let's create a class, and here you can see we'll create a class called Geography Project, and maybe we'll put it in the Geography, if I can spell it, help, and put it up in the Geography section. Okay, let's click create, and here it will create a class for us. Now once you've created the class, this is sort of the main screen you see. There's not much here at the moment, to be honest. You can take a tour, but we won't do the tour for the moment. It's really fairly basic at the moment. You get a title and a nice picture at the top, which you can change. You can't pick your own or upload your own image at the moment. You can only sort of choose from the selection that Google have provided. But so let's choose a nice, I don't know, is this a geography related one? Maybe. Okay, we'll go with that for the moment. So basically, once you've created your class, you can assign students. So we'll click the Students tab here, and so again, here's the class code. You can distribute that to your students if you like, but probably a better way to do it is to actually select from. You can either select students from your contacts, from your contacts that starred in Android. I'm not sure why they're starred in Android specifically. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can search from the main contacts as well. We'll see. And you can also select from directory. And in here you get a list of all of your Google Apps users that are on your domain, and you can search them as well and add them to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add maybe I want these 5 students in a class, and I can either just add the students or I can save them as a group. So if this is a class of students, maybe you select 30 or students or however big your class is here, you can create a class from. Let's call these class 1 and we'll save. Fantastic. I'm able to save class group. Let's try once more. Class. Okay, well, it's not working at the moment for some reason, but that does work. Let's add the students individually for now. So they're updating. And what it will do, it'll actually email those students and tell them that you've created a class and assign them to it. So if we go back to the stream, you can now start sharing things with that group of students. So I can make announcements. Hello. This is an announcement. I can actually type. This is just because I'm reaching around a microphone here. So I can pop an announcement in there, and it will just pop up with the details. And you can post comments on there. The students can post comments. More importantly, I can give them an assignment. So I'm going to give them an assignment and let's make generic geography project. One description, do this work. I can set a due date, so we'll set sometime in the future, and I can even set a time if I want to be that specific. And then you can give the assignment. So you can either attach a file from your computer, you can attach a file from Google Drive, you can pop in a YouTube video link or just a link to a normal page. So maybe you've got a Google site for your subject, you can pop that in there. So I'm going to, let's pop something from Google Drive. and I'm going to assign this. I'm going to pop this image in there. Okay, and then I'm going to do assign. We can also edit the permissions here. So if you just want them to view the file, if you select view file, if you want them to edit it, select that option there. And this is quite an interesting option. If you want, you can make a copy for each student. So if you're uploading something like maybe a document template or a spreadsheet template, you want each student to enter into information individually, you can select that, and what it will do is give a copy to each student, and then they can individually fill it in. So you'll get, rather than getting one document with lots of students having edited the information, you'll get an individual copy from each student, which is a nice option to have. And so we can click assign, and it gives them the assignment. And once it finishes, there we go. So you get the geography work here. So what it gives you, the due date, obviously. Gives you options to edit or delete the assignment, but this is a nice little feature here. You can see who's completed the assignment and who hasn't. If we click there, also you get more options, so you can see full status of who's turned it in, and you can also assign grades. So this is a little bit American for my liking, but let's say we give this person 50 out of 100, or you can adjust the type of points you get. And or maybe we want 50 out of 100, that sort of thing. So that's quite a nice feature. I'd like this to be more flexible, but as it is, it's fine for the moment. And you can add comments here for the work. You can email the student, or you can view the work in a folder. So this is quite a nice feature. All the documents that you share with students and the documents they return are all organised automatically in a nice folder structure here. So rather than, as is currently the case, if you share documents from your Google Drive to students to fill in, they can be all over the place. And if they share something back to you, it'll just be dropped into your shared with me folder and not organised. This just sort of sorts it out all for you and keeps it nice and separate. So let's remove that. And also you can return work to students. So let's say the student was a particularly poor piece of work, and we didn't want to see it. We thought they should update it further. We can return the work to them and give them an option to say why the document's been returned. And of course, you can download the files as well. So let's hop back to the project. And as far as each class is concerned, that's about it. There's not much else in Google Classroom at the moment. We can nip back to the home screen, and from here you can get an overview of all the classes you're either assigned to or you've created, and you can edit and delete them. But other than that, there's not much here, unfortunately, at the moment. It's a nice start. I mean, even in the settings menu, there's nothing really there. Again, it's a nice start, but Google really needs to add a lot more to this. If your school's using Google Apps quite extensively, and all your students and teachers already have accounts, it's a really nice way of just really sort of automating some of the things that they're probably already doing. I'm sure as Google add more features to this, it's going to be more useful, and there's going to be further integration with the other Google apps like Calendar and Gmail, that sort of thing. So there's real potential here, but at the moment it's really not worthwhile if you're using other applications like Edmodo or Moodle. This certainly won't compete with those in terms of the amount of features. But it's a nice option to have, really, if you're a Google Apps school. So yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think of Google Classroom. Is anyone using it at the moment? All schools should have access to this by September. I think that's what Google's promising. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you could see using it in your school. And I'll pop some links in the description to some other useful resources for Google Classroom. So that's Google Classroom. Hope to see you soon.